In the interest of full disclosure, this video will not be entertaining. It will not be pleasant to watch or hear. I hope it pisses you off. I hope it makes you mad. I hope it inspires you to do something. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling you what it is. You can look that up. I'd rather spend my time talking about its effects and the way it's being ignored by our government, the presidential candidates for 2008, and the American public in general. I know some of you just went, that's right, Bush, the Republicans. See, that's where you're wrong. Like most things in American politics, both parties are complicit in their inaction. Both parties are ruled by polls and focus groups. Both parties want to tell you what you want to hear. And right now, the American public just doesn't care. Because right now, gas prices, the writer's strike, and Ohio State versus Michigan are important to the American people. It doesn't mean that you're bad people. It just means that you're not informed. It means that we have a short attention span. It means that we need to reevaluate our priorities. Some of you are already upset with me because your candidate is going to make a difference. I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's where you're wrong. They will not make a difference. They will say what they have to say to be elected. They will do what they have to do to be elected, to stay in office, and not a lot else unless you demand it. For some of you, that doesn't matter. Because you'll vote for a Democrat because you're a Democrat, or you'll vote for a Republican because you're a Republican. And that's what matters. No matter what you say, you go pull that lever, you punch that button for your party, regardless of what they say or what they represent. The conservatives are supporting a liberal Republican because he probably has the best chance to win. Many liberals are supporting a semi-conservative Democrat. Or some might say that she's a populist, centrist, spineless candidate with ever-shifting ideology who has no accomplishments to speak of. But hey, she's got the best name recognition. Hey, you forgot about Obama because he or, well, his handlers wrote a very stern letter the other day about mental health. And real change always comes about from stern letters. Hey, what about Ron Paul? Dr. Paul has stated that he spends 1/3 of his time dealing with Veterans Affairs. He may spend 1/8 of his time speaking about Veterans Affairs. In my book, talking and doing something are two different things. Some of you are probably wondering why you should care, because after all, gas is $3.50 a gallon. So I think I'll provide you with some statistics and tidbits of information. The U.S. military makes up 11% of the general population, but 25% of America's homeless are veterans. On any given night, it's estimated that 200,000 veterans are homeless. A recent CBS investigation found that 120 veterans commit suicide per week. That's double the rate for all Americans. More than 50% of those soldiers sought help from military healthcare professionals, leading one to believe that either they were not properly trained in the effects of PTSD or the soldiers were misdiagnosed. A video link for the CBS investigation is provided under more. A few random news articles. Blind soldier rescued from suicide attempt. Special Forces sergeant kills wife, self. Homeless soldier commits suicide. Reservist commits suicide after return. Soldier diagnosed with PTSD is honorably discharged, considered for Bronze Star, and asked to return money because his mental injuries prevent him from fulfilling his enlistment contract. Soldier lives out of Jeep. Master Sergeant kills wife. Soldier hangs self in basement after returning home. Soldier received life in murder trial. 44-year-old colonel, leading scholar of military ethics, professor at West Point, commits suicide in Iraq. Soldier returns home, commits suicide in chapel. Army knew accused veteran was homicidal. Soldier arrested on desertion AWOL warrant while seeking help for PTSD. And now a story recently aired by National Public Radio. This story revolves around the dismissal of soldiers for mental health reasons. It cites civilian mental health experts who believe the military may have intentionally misdiagnosed soldiers in an effort to expedite the soldiers' discharge and prevent future benefits in mental health care. Commanders have discharged 20% more soldiers for misconduct. Commanders have discharged twice as many soldiers for drug abuse. And they've discharged almost 40% more for personality disorder. Most civilian healthcare professionals believe that the majority of these incidents can be directly linked to PTSD, but the military has diagnosed these soldiers with personality disorders. That means it's a pre-existing condition. That means they're off the hook for mental and medical health care. A link to this information will be provided as well, along with other relevant information and support. Is it okay with you that the military may be intentionally misdiagnosing soldiers to prevent paying disability benefits and giving the proper mental health treatment that these soldiers deserve? Is it okay with you that our elected representatives may talk about the situation but do nothing? Because after all, it's almost time for their month-long holiday break. Is it okay with you that our presidential candidates only seem to talk about this in front of veterans groups or on Veterans Day, and their most extreme reaction is to file a stern letter? If you've never seen me or my videos before, I do not want your subscription today. I'm asking you to rate this video, to comment on this video, to favorite this video, and most important, to share this video with everyone you know. I'm pleading with you to share this message. The messenger is not important. The message is. You can post this on your own channel or anywhere else you see fit without attribution. I only ask that you attach the provided links. Let your representatives and chosen candidates know that you care. Demand that they stop talking and do something. Demand that they care. I served my country under 2 commanders-in-chief. I shut my mouth and I did my job. I respected the armed forces and our elected representatives. We took care of them. We took care of you, and I always thought you would take care of us. And I was wrong. I will not listen anymore. I will not watch anymore. Do something now.